Hello, my name is Tina, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about networking today. I pulled up an article from Top Resume, 7 professional networking tips and tricks for a successful job search. And it starts out by telling you how important networking is, which I'm sure by now we all probably agree with. And so I'm just going to fly through this pretty quickly because I keep running over my time and I want to get all of the things in. So starting with number one, identify what networking style uh, best works for you. And I never really thought of this before, but it makes so much sense. It says there's no one size fits all when it comes to networking. And again, they're introverts and extroverts. Me being a face to face type of person, I love talking to people and meeting them, but I get so shy on social media and the internet. I don't know why. And I know there are people out there that are the complete opposite. So definitely makes sense and something that I wouldn't have thought of before. Two, know the rules of professional networking. It says never openly ask for an interview. It says instead ask questions to find whether the company, its culture, and employees are a good fit for you, which I think is equally as awkward. So I probably wouldn't do that, but it says that that is okay. The next one is never ask for a job, which I agree with because I think that's a little weird, but it does say talk to old and new connections, let them know that you're in the market for a certain position, which I agree with. I think that's okay. Hey, I'm, just graduating. I'm looking for a job within ag business management. Let me know if you hear of anything. I think that's okay. Next, use social media effectively. Definitely something that I'm learning to do. It says LinkedIn is a great place to start for everything, especially job searches. It says you can even type in what type of job you're looking for, and then like try and connect with people that are in that job and talk to them that way. I am learning now that going through college that there are a lot of people out there that are way more willing to help than you would think. So I definitely am gonna start thinking about doing this. I've never done it before. I don't reach out to strangers through social media. Like I said, I'm shy on the internet. So I'm gonna try it, but it makes sense. Twitter is next. It says research companies on Twitter, which makes sense. Just more so the companies that you want to go into, just so you can figure out what's going on with them and then connect with them that way. And then either if you get an interview through social media, or if you get an interview and they're like, oh, you're very active with us, regardless, starting to make connections and getting you in their minds is definitely a good way to go. So I agree with that. Practice networking in your workplace. I never really thought of this. I mean, I'm friends with all of my coworkers, but I never really dive into like what their spouses do. But they're all probably in different careers. So thinking about, talking to them about that and seeing if I can make connections that way is probably a good idea. So I'm going to have to start changing that. Number 5, offer to help. It says that people are more willing to and want to help you if you kind of help them first, which makes sense. And so it says volunteer, do things that you can, do walks and runs and do charity events and connect with people that way. And then they'll think about you or be willing to help you when you need help. Next one, be consistent, is something that I really need help with. My LinkedIn has kind of floundered since the first class that I had to take where I had to make my LinkedIn. It's been kind of in limbo until this class. And so yeah, being consistent makes sense. It's the same with everything, but with social media, I mentioned specifically, and that's something that I'm going to have to improve on. And then next is follow up. I think it's the same as going to interviews and reaching back out to them in email and just thanking them for their time. It doesn't mention that specifically, but I think it goes hand in hand with that. It says, keep in contact with people on LinkedIn, so on and so forth. And that way, you have so many connections, even if it's just shooting them a hey every once in a while, that they're still thinking about you, and that's what you want. And so those are the 7 tips. I feel like I flew through them pretty quickly because I'm running out of time. So follow the link if you want to read a little more, but I've definitely learned a lot. So thank you for your time. Let me know if you have any questions or have any comments.